Hey y'all, welcome back to Preparedness Truth, or welcome to this evening's video. We're going to be talking about how you can be a prepper and start prepping with little to no money. So if you're interested in getting back to the basics, stay tuned and I'm going to give you some very valuable information. If you are new to this channel, please click that subscribe button down below. Be sure to tap the notification bell beside it so that you are notified when I upload new videos. And as always, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to share. So the question a lot of people has is, I don't have a whole lot of money. I can't prep. How do I do it if I have no money? Very easy to do on a very small budget. You do not have to be rich to be a prepper. One thing is you're going to have to be very smart about how you prep, looking for ways to get things done that are either cheap or free. You're going to have to be very, very cautious with your money, but it is totally doable for positive. Okay, first of all, one thing I want to say is you need to start with food and water. That's some of your most valuable preps that you have to have. We all have to have water. We all have to have food. So that is where you definitely want to start. But where you purchase these products is going to have a lot to do with how much money you spend on prepping. If you are new to prepping, do not get on the internet and start going to all these wonderful survival sites and getting all these high dollar expensive kits that has all this stuff in it supposedly for 72 hours, 3 days, 30 days supplies, 3 months supply, because I can assure you that you're going to be paying a lot more money at these places than you are if you was to just go to a grocery store, whether it be a bulk food store or just your regular grocery store down the road. You can get a lot more for your money in a grocery store than you can off of the big sites that are going to sell you these kits that are already put together and ready to go, because they are charging you a lot just for the convenience. So if you're willing to put just a little bit of work into it to put your products up so nothing can get to them, you're going to save a lot of money just by going to the grocery store. Dried beans, dried rice. I know you hear this a lot, but that is one of the biggest staples. Pasta, anything like that can bulk up your meals and make your food go a lot farther, and you can literally get it for pennies a meal. You could really make it go a long way if you get good deals and you make it stretch, and it's not going to break the bank. So it is totally doable. Water, as far as water, you can still get water pretty cheap. Even if it's not spring water, even if it's just purified water or whatever it is, if it's in a bottle and it's ready for long-term storage, you can still get them around $1 a gallon. So there's no reason that you can't be grabbing a gallon of water ever so often and putting that back and storing that up, because right now we're having emergency situations where whole towns currently are in droughts, water systems messed up. They don't even have water. They're having to truck in water from somewhere else for these people to have drinking water because of a disaster that is currently happening right now. So what if this started worldwide? So you definitely want to have water stocked up, and that is something right there that you can do for very, very cheap. So that's one of the options. Another thing you need to consider is a lot of people see these great big bug out bags. They're nice bags with all this survival gear in them and all this kind of stuff. The first thing that you need to focus on if you are new to prepping is bugging in, because chances is, more than likely, unless you're in an area such as a hurricane zone and you're in the direct hit of one, you're going to be bugging in and not bugging out. A lot of people think that they can grab a backpack on their back, head out to the woods, and survive that way, but the resources are not there for long-term survival in these kind of situations. So you need to have your safe space, your home base at home. You need to be prepared to bug in before you worry about getting anything to bug out. Now, I do recommend, as your budget allows it, to have a bug out bag in your vehicle or something like that with a few days worth of supplies that you could get home with from wherever you're most likely could possibly be at. But as far as a bag that you think you can survive long term with, I don't recommend that starting out prepping. Start out small, start out the smartest way, and prepare to be home for the long haul. So be prepared to bug in, not out. Okay, so the canned foods are a great addition to any prepper pantry. They're going to last a long time compared to certain stuff, but they can be 50 cents to $1 for one can of beans with like 2 servings in it. Compared to that money that you get in dried beans, you can get a whole lot more dried beans for the money than you can if you get beans in a can. But it also has an advantage, such as, let's say you have a day that you cannot use power to actually cook something. You can open that can of beans and you can eat it just like it is straight out of the can, even if it may not taste as good as it usually would, but it's already cooked. So that is something later on you can start adding into your preps along with the rest of the stuff. And another tip is to definitely don't buy anything that you don't eat. I don't care what the price is. If it is a complete giveaway price, do not purchase something that you don't eat or you don't want, because it's just going to sit on that shelf, or it's going to be complete torture to have to eat it when something really does happen in an SHTF situation. And the whole point in prepping is trying to be a little bit more comfortable, prepared, and ready in a disaster situation. So if you're miserable even trying to eat, that's not going to help you at all. So don't purchase stuff that you don't like, that you don't want to eat. But prepping is a journey. Prepping is not something that happens overnight. But we are in a situation that if you have not already been prepping, it's getting later in the game with the things that are happening to start. But the main thing that you can do for yourself and your family right now is to start prepping. The longer you wait, the closer it gets to an SHTF situation, and the higher the prices are getting. So definitely do not continue putting it off. Go ahead, start tomorrow, start prepping. You can do it on a budget. You can do it on a very small amount of money. You're just not going to look like some people that goes out there and buys all the brand new cool gadgets that says they're survival gear and all that kind of stuff like that. You're going to start out small with the cheaper items and build your way up to stuff if you want to continue to add stuff to that. So that's my basic tips. We can always talk more about it later. If anyone in the comments below wants to leave a comment on a way that they budget prep that could help someone else out, pass it along, because the more knowledge we share, the better off we all are. So thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Stay safe, God bless you, and keep prepping.